let's make some queso birria tacos. The first thing we need to do is make the meat, and this is an incredibly easy thing. It just takes a little time and a little measuring. So right here, I have a bowl filled with spices, and you will find them right here on the side, this list right here. Hopefully my video editing gets it all, okay? And so I have 2 quarts of water in my Dutch oven, and I'm gonna add the spices, and I'm just gonna give it a little mixy. Then I am going to add a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. This is necessary for when you actually start making them. And then, this is something that I just do. I take the fat, most of the fat off of the meat, so it's easier to get off of later on. So I will drop this in, just like that. And then I will drop in the meat. And here is the meat cut into cubes about 2 to 3 inches. And I'll get that in there. And then I will finally put in the chilies, the onions, and the garlic cloves. In they go. Then I will put this all on the stove on high and bring it to a boil. And that's it, and then I'll turn it down and cook it for about 3 hours at a simmer. I've got all the meat and vegetable mixture. It's at a boil. I have it on high. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this down to about medium, and I'm gonna keep checking on it because I want it to be at a simmer for the next 3 hours. For the next 3 hours is how long it's gonna cook. So I'm gonna go watch a movie and get myself something to eat, and I'll check back with you then. The cook is done. The meat has been cooking in the broth for about 3 hours, and I've fished the meat out. Right here I have them on a half sheet pan, and over here I have the broth. Now this is the part I want you to focus in on. You see that part right there? That's the layer of fat. And I need that fat because I need that fat to cook the tacos with tomorrow. I'm gonna have to put this thing out in the cold and let this fat solidify on top. And then it'll be easy to... The meat is all done, and this is how I want to show you how to shred it. You could easily just pick it up and pull it apart, just like this, to shred it if you need to. You could take a couple forks and you could pull it apart if you want to. Hands are the best tool for this. Or you could have a little fun and you could take a potato masher and you could break it apart like that. But this is what you'll need to do to make the meat ready for the cook on the grill. And here it is, folks. I'm done shredding it up, and all I'm gonna do is add some of the broth back to it. It's been about 14 hours, and as you can see, the broth and the fat have totally separated and solidified. I've had it in the refrigerator. So what I'm going to do is I am going to fish out this fat and put it in a bowl. It looks disgusting, but it is such an important part of this recipe. It's fat gold. Everybody get ready for the grossest part of this recipe. I've taken what's left, the peppers, the onions, everything else that's still left in the broth, and I have put it in a blender. Now, if I had an immersion blender, I could do this all in the pot, but I don't. So I'm gonna put it in a blender like this, and I'm gonna turn it on and get it all ground up. Now I'm gonna pour it into this with this colander to separate the broth from the rest of it. So hopefully I can do this one-handed. Oh yeah, that is one interesting looking smoothie. But inside the blender, I've got some more fat along the side that I can take off and put in my fat bowl. Hooray! And here it is, folks. I have the meat over here. It's done. I'm gonna add some of the broth to it to just get it all marinated in. This is probably the most important part, but probably one of the grossest, is the fat. It's part beef fat and that vegetable oil that I added to to it, but it is all flavor. And then this right here is the broth, full of flavor, not a lot of fat, and this is what you're gonna dip the tacos in. You could take this meat and you could freeze it. It could be frozen, it could come back, same with the fat and same with the broth. But we're gonna have it tomorrow for Thanksgiving. Right. The meat is done, and these tacos can be cooked very, very many ways. You could do it on a skillet inside your house, but I'm gonna do it for a crowd on the Blackstone. So I'm gonna start right here by putting it in the fat, just like this. And I'll let it drip a little bit. This is what I need to do. And I'm gonna tan it first. You can hear the sizzle. I'm just letting it sizzle on here, get a nice little crust. I am going to flip right here just like that. I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna add a little bit of mozzarella cheese. I'm gonna add a little bit of the meat, and I'm gonna let it cook and warm up for a few moments, and then I will turn it into a taco. I'm gonna now fold it into the taco position, and I'll just fold it over, and I'll let it continue to cook and get a nice crispy shell. A little of the cheese will melt out and get nice and crispy. It'll be done. And then you add a few toppings and I have on this birria taco, queso birria, I've got onion, cilantro, the meat, and here is the broth. I will dip it in, and I will take a good hearty bite. That's fantastic. You guys should all make it. I know it's a little bit of work, but this is delicious stuff. So you could freeze it, you can have it over multiple different occasions. And so happy Thanksgiving, everybody. You don't want to be in this?
Not really.
Why not?
Just be
Does this embarrass you? I'm your brother.
Okay.
I'm your brother.